You want to have a multi-million dollar info business by sharing your expertise to the world. But the truth is, you will never be able to do that if you do not understand what the top info businesses actually do and how they became a success. And I know you don't want to spend hours and days looking into what these businesses do. So luckily for you, there's idiots like me that spend hours and days putting together exactly what the top info businesses like Shelby Sapp, Iman Gatsi, Andrew Tate all have done from the very front to the very back of the whole operations in order to generate millions of dollars in sales. I've all seen that one blonde girl that lives in Miami that always talks about her pink Porsche and how she became a millionaire through high ticket sales. Shelby Sapp, we all know her. We have seen her on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube appearances. She is everywhere. And that is exactly what Shelby wants. It is all intentional. So Shelby has a sales academy, a high ticket program called She Sales Academy. He has generated nearly $9 million in sales within 18 months. Insane numbers. Here's a summary, but I won't get much into the summary. I'm just going to go straight into the details. You can pause the video, or I'm going to have this mail board in the description for you to access anytime anyways. But let's go through her back-end success and what makes up a $8.9 million info business by Shelby Sapp. Now it all starts with the content strategy. So there are actually many sales academies out there dedicated for women, but Shelby stands out. And why does she stand out? Because she focuses on the most important thing in order to get people to her paid programs, and that is the content strategy. So quickly, just through her organic content, her content pillars is really important to position her and build a narrative of who Shelby Sapp is. Her content types involve like lifestyle, luxury, rich girl / girl boss type of videos, skits to show a little bit more of her fun personality side, transformation stories where she talks about how she was this college girl to doing pest control, door-to-door sales, to becoming a multi-millionaire through high ticket sales. And she teaches other women how to do the same. What she's really known for and how I came across her was her sitting in her pink Porsche doing their phone-to-face talking videos of her just giving out advice on sales and sharing stories and analogies. And she does that across her TikTok as well. And she actually has clippers that clips up her content and then posts it on all different types of accounts to expand distribution. She also started a YouTube channel recently, a bit more at the start of the year, where this is more of the education side, where she shares a little bit more about frameworks, step-by-step processes that people can take in order to build the life that she has done and have success within high ticket sales as a woman. And this falls on the 7-11 rule. So people need about 7 hours of interaction across 11 touch points across 4 different platforms in order to build enough trust to buy the thing that you're selling, which is exactly what Shelby does anyways in her content. She posts organic on TikTok, Instagram, she has a YouTube, and she appears on YouTube podcasts and other people's YouTube accounts. For her Sales Academy specifically, she has a dedicated page, which is to build trust, credibility, and prove that other people are actually winning in her program. That is intentional to get people to want to go into a program and build curiosity and FOMO through this page here, the She Sales Academy Instagram page. Like I was saying, there are actually many other sales academy dedicated for women, but Shelby stands out because of how heavily she invests in getting herself out there, her brand visibility. So you can see here, Shelby has about 85 active creatives across video and images at this current moment, which is about $10,000 per day. Shelby invests about $10,000 per day on ads. So do the math on that, how much that adds up to 30 days within the month. That is a lot of money invested in ads. And that is intentional to get in front of a deal buyers, to be, who the hell is Shelby? What does she sell? Why should I listen to her? And as people start seeing more of her ads and her organic content, they start building trust, which then funnels into paid offerings, which is her program, and then people will buy. Like I was saying, people need to have about 11 different interactions, multiple different times on different platforms. Here is some of her YouTube appearances, podcast appearances, and press articles on her. To see, you have some Medium articles here on a WAP YouTube video, and then some podcast appearances here. And again, this is all intentional. Being on other people's YouTube accounts expands her online presence. reaching an untouched audience base that probably don't exactly know who she is. But overall, the goal of Shelby's content strategy is to get new people interested and start building a know, like, trust type of relationship. And Shelby does exactly that and invests so much into her organic content, posting non-stop throughout the day, but also her paid media. Tens and thousands of dollars per day is for sure going to put her in front of her ideal audience and doing a lot more compared to her competitors that are not putting in the same effort as much as Shelby. Look, she's known as the sales queen and her pink Porsche, but I like to think of her as the traffic queen because she is generating millions of views across all different types of platforms, which results in the desired outcome that she's trying to achieve, which is getting women in her paid program. And again, she does this through her content pillars, lifestyle, sales, girl boss type of content to attract her ideal audience. Okay, so now we understand Shelby's content strategy and how much she actually invests in paid ads and her organic content to get her face in front of her ideal buyers. Let's actually talk about how the messaging and the positioning of her content and her brand actually attracts and pulls in her ideal buyers by resonating with exactly their values and what those ideal audience want to hear. So let's get into it. Straight away on her profiles, of course, all her social media, she has positioned herself as the expert. #1 female sales trainer, largest sales academy for women. Instantly, what you notice here is talking about, hey, I am the #1 in this space. I teach sales. I'm the best at doing it. And I have the largest academy about sales dedicated for women. And on her TikTok, she shows a little bit more of the personality side that resonates with her ideal buyers, which is like girl boss type of woman, where she puts in stuff like a sales mom, which is like a little bit funny. CEO, she sells academy. Position herself as the girl boss. She has a sales academy. I'll teach you high ticket sales. Link, blah, blah, blah. She does it again with a She Sells Academy. Hot Girls Learn Sales. It is all very specific and very niche orientated. She even does it in her content. So keywords, you want the rich Porsche Pilates lifestyle. That is exactly what she's known for. Rich girl, pink Porsche, she does Pilates and she's in sales. You notice here how it's just all across even her paid ads. Look here, rich girls know. Cash sales girls earning mastermind. Even in her media channels. Shelby Sapp says, I'm a $23 million millionaire empowered woman. In her podcast, the headline is not just about Shelby, it's about what she has done, which is build an empire for women in sales. On her landing page, again, position herself as the expert. Again, what the academy is, which is the #1 recruit community for females in sales. Even with her opt-ins to get people to put in their emails, she has a core messaging, Hot Girl Sales Mindset Guide. Get your guide to become a girl in sales and become a girl boss CEO. Overall, the messaging is clear and it resonates with ideal buyers, positioned as a female-only community, empowering girl boss type of women that want to learn the skill of sales and make money and have financial freedom. She positions herself as the normal college girl that became a multimillionaire through the skill that she teaches. So the main thing to take away here is just how she positions herself. Her core messaging is the same across different touch points, because when you actually take an audience into a journey, a customer journey, the core messaging needs to be the same, because if it's different, they're going to lose interest and be like, wait a minute, this is not what interested me in the first place. So what Shelby has done really well is make sure that her core messaging is the same throughout all different types of touch points. Okay, let's talk about her back-end funnels. So the back-end funnels is basically taking the ideal audience, the interested person that has, let's say, seen Shelby's content, and grabbing them and pulling them through a funnel of different destinations in order to build more interest and curiosity and to build a relationship with Shelby and her offerings, to then convert them into a student into her She Sells Academy program. So it all starts with just direct links, so making it visible. So when people go into her Instagram and watch her videos on YouTube, there's always direct links to her paid offerings. So it just increases their visibility with ease. So you can see here, her She Sells Academy, direct links, her organic social medias, and then even her YouTube videos. And even in her content and her paid ads, she always has a call to action to get people to click, to bring them into the ecosystem and through the funnel journey. So here, this is like a video on her Instagram, and she has a ManyChat automation, which generates a message when people comment the word sales or whatever that comment would be. It just auto populates, and then they'll get a message in the inbox, which they can go into to then watch their webinar, which is the funnel. Same thing with the ads. So free workshop, what which girls know. Again, the messaging which girls know. Learn more, and then it funnels into her desired destination, which is the webinar. So when you actually engage in those links, it will take you to this landing page here, which is the webinar funnel. So here you can see it just tells you like who this is for, a bit of who Shelby is, and then register, opt in, there you go. When you actually click the sign up button, it will take you to here. When you put in your email and contact informations, there'll be a VSL where Shelby talks about XYZ, and then you'll get an email sent, and then this is basically activates a nurture sequence. So within 24 hours before the event, you'll get a bunch of emails, which is based on value, reminders, updates, and success stories of other people in her program. Within 82 hours, there'll be more email sequences. Basically, the point of this is you just keep nurturing that relationship and getting people motivated for the webinar that's coming up. Then, of course, the value. So this is where Shelby gives her mastermind on sales. Then this turns interested into wants and needs, because people there are like, will Shelby getting all this value, seeing other people having success and getting value through Shelby's teachings. So I was actually going through her packages. So she has like a She Sells remote program, which is the mid ticket, which is about $3,000, which is the like standard training. But then she also has like an academy main package, which involves also job placements, so actually getting people jobs when they go through the high ticket program. So Shelby has a lower end tier program, which is mid tier, it's not low tier, and then a high ticket program, which involves job placement. And then I've heard that she also has coaching mentorship as well. I haven't seen that specifically, but I have heard some things and seen some people talking about her advanced mentorship program, which is like onwards. And I think that would be like her inner circle and like mastermind group. So that was her webinar funnel, which goes into her remote sales program. But she also has her main website. So her main website is basically everything Shelby Sapp and her programs, her story. You can opt in and get a free guide. It talks about her community, her offerings. And when you opt in, so click here to download a copy of the Hot Girl Sales Mastermind, mindset guide. It will give you a 16-page PDF, which then activates the email sequences. So this is the email sequence here. So you can see here the messaging is all the same, is all dedicated for what the main goal is, which is getting people to buy. So this is like one of the emails, which is a FOMO-based /proof email. So just like, why not you? Why can you not get these numbers like these other people have in her program? Here's some value. Here's some stuff that you can watch, so then people can actually learn how they can do it themselves. Here's a value email, the 6 shifts that made me money. You can watch this YouTube here, so that will go into a YouTube funnel. This is a waitlist funnel. So we had the webinar funnel, we had her main pages funnel, and her YouTube funnels. Now this is her waitlist. So this is again just on, of course, her main website pages. People opt in if they want to go through the high ticket program. So this is like the $4,000-$5,000, where they go through a 12-week program and they get a certificate, and this will probably include the job placement. So it just tells you why sales in general, the comparison. So you want to compare your solution as a positive outcome compared to the more massively adopted thing, which is corporate sales. Because most people, they go into corporate, and Shelby's trying to say, no more corporate bullshit. Live on your own terms, become a girl boss, learn high ticket sales, work remote. Value stack, so this is everything that you're gonna get. Access to training and courses, Shelby herself, community, and of course the job placement, which is to guarantee that, hey, you're going to get a job, so the safety reinforcement. Shelby's story to build trust and credibility and what she has done, success of other people, and common questions, so removing the concerns that people might have. then secure your spot. There's just some other links to her stuff as well, which all go into different types of funnels depending on where the customer journey starts. Program website again, opt-in, direct contact, YouTube funnel here. So when you go for a YouTube funnel, value on YouTube, click the link. It'll take you to this here where you watch now, put in your contact information via a prompt. So this is designed to encourage the viewer to watch and complete the video before filling out the form, because sometimes when people fill out the form, they start to think, oh, why am I doing this, and then not finish it. So what Shelby has done was put in like a prompt feature, which is kind of like a warning. Watch this before you fill out the form. Then this is to motivate people to fill out the form by giving value and why you should do this. And then here's the form to go through. You notice the form is also designed to qualify if this person is a fit for a certain offering. So one question asks if they're willing to invest 5K. If the answer was no, then they'll be tagged as a mid-ticket offering. So that would be like her $2,000 to $3,000 offering. But if the answer was yes, then they'll be tagged as a high-ticket customer, which would be her like $5,000 program with their job placement. They'll have a CRM, so customer relationship management, where it categorizes and helps the team to quickly identify, okay, which person does this qualify as, and which, what is like the intention for when we do jump on this sales call with them, to see what would be the best fit for them. The overall Shelby's backend funnels is just designed to be as visible as possible to her deal buyers, having different touch points for different types of people depending where they find Shelby. So if that's a YouTube, it'll take them through a YouTube funnel. If it's a social media, they'll go through the social media funnel, which goes to a webinar. If people go directly through her websites, it'll go into the designated desired outcome of where Shelby wants them to go, which for this specifically was her webinar funnels, or filling up a form to go through a sales call with a team to see which program would be suitable for them. And it's designed so by the time someone reaches the point of booking a call, filling out application, or even having a webinar, they have already received free training, they've already seen success stories, they've already learned about Shelby's journey from college girl to multi-million-dollar girl boss. By this time, they already built that know, like, trust relationship. And you notice one important thing is that there's no mention or asking about price in any of these funnels. This is on purpose. The goal is to sell the person on the value and the transformation first, without money being a part of the conversation. So by the time someone's ready to invest, they're already convinced that this is the path for them and this is suitable for them. Okay, lastly, and probably one of the most important things to get people to start organically promoting Shelby's program and start referring people is by providing a good customer experience so they can actually do that for Shelby. So just going through her landing page, so before someone buys, you can already get a sense of the customer experience. So you get access to the training. This provides like a custom flexible approach where the academy provides you with self-paced learnings at all types of levels, allowing for progression and a seamless experience. So people don't get overwhelmed like, hey, I need to be this certain person or like certain skill level in order to learn the skill. This is like a custom, very flexible learning experience for you in order to get you up and running through this progressive and seamless learning experience. By giving them the opportunity to speak for Shelby herself, obviously that is just a really good way to get people to start promoting your program as well by giving access to yourself as a creator, which Shelby has done here. Position yourself as someone that's accessible, as being the highest status tier in the program. It's just a really good way to get people to be like, oh, hey, like, you know, I have access to this person, and it kind of just increases the student experience because they get access to something of higher value. And of course, people are always a little bit concerned with like, okay, like, am I able to do this? Do I have the right support? Having the one-on-one coaching from her and her team just ensures that, hey, we're going to make sure that you actually get the right training to set you up for success. And of course, tribal desire. As humans, we desire to be a part of other people, being accepted in a group, basically a sense of belonging. So Shelby makes sure that there's an active community of women. They do events, they're always like talking together. Shelby does well to tap into the tribal side. And again, this is like the safety reinforcement and removing the risk. So Shelby guarantees a actual job placement, so a sales gig for people that go through a program. This basically provides the buyer, the student, with the ease of mind that they have a clear path to success and fast track it through this job placement software that Shelby provides access to. This just removes the resistance of the process that the student wouldn't normally have to go through without the program, which would be finding gigs, reaching out to recruiters, hiring people, etc., which I actually have done personally myself when I was in sales. And the process is actually not easy. So seeing this, that Shelby grants job placement through software and support, is actually really good to hear, because I know this is a problem through first experience. On Trustpilot, she has a 4.5 ratings with 155 reviews, which is pretty good, and then some testimonials here. Overall, this just provides buyers with a seamless experience that allows for real progression with real practical implementations and coaching from Shelby. The job placements made the program just more than information based, but actually actionable and implement the things that they learn in the real world. And overall, because Shelby has a massive personal brand, having access to her just provides buyers with a positive emotional experience that they can preach on social media. With this, buyers will organically promote the program and start referring other people as they progress and see success, which just builds Shelby's empire even more. Okay, so you're probably thinking now, well, I'm not Shelby Sapp. I don't have a massive personal brand with millions of followers. I don't have the money to invest $10,000 per day on ads. I don't have the team and infrastructure, a sales team to qualify and disqualify which person is good for which program. I get that. But at the end of the day, Shelby is still using the same 4 elements, the content strategy, her messaging, her backends, and the student experience, the same 4 basic elements from the very start of her journey to now. It's just obviously when she started, she didn't have the same resources and infrastructure, but she's still doing the same thing, just at a massive scale. For you, as someone, let's say, starting out trying to sell information product, you don't need to invest $10,000 per day on ads. You can invest $1,000 per day, or you can even do $100 per day, whatever you're able to do. You can still post on 4 different platforms. You can still post daily. You can still have a core messaging that speaks directly to your ideal buyers to get them interested in yourself and what you're offering. You can have websites, you can have links, you can have free guides and email sequences to get people to come into your ecosystem and nurture them and build the know, like, trust relationship to get them ready to buy. And most importantly, you can still provide a good student experience when they buy by making sure they have success, so then they can start promoting your program, your paid offerings, and start referring people. So then this auto loops constantly to keep growing your business for you. Honestly, the truth is there's no excuse to why you can't start doing what Shelby has done here and eventually get to multi-million dollars per month through your offerings. So I hope you found this useful. And if you want access to this mail board, just click the link description, and you can go through it whenever you want and see what resonates with you. If you like this one of Shelby Sapp, I actually have one of Imran Gatsi where I broke down his recent information product called Monetize, where I actually went through the buyer's journey myself, spending $3,000 just to make that video. And why I did that is so I can actually show you how it actually works from the very beginning, from awareness to conversion and the student experience. So if you like this one, you'll definitely like that one of Iman's. You can click the link to watch that one. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.